What's going on, YouTube? This is a response for Piper McGee. Man, congrats on the 555 subs. That's a heck of a lot of subscribers. Um, he wants to keep this under 10 minutes, so I guess better get started. Um, I don't really know any famous people, but like you said, it doesn't have to be someone that we all know, like a Bob Dylan or a Ben Affleck. Um, in general, these two people are going to be, they were famous to me. One of them still is famous to me. The first one being my great grandfather. He was the fire chief for many years, many years. Very well respected man in this town where I live. And growing up, I didn't know him. I knew him for a while, but I was young, 10 years old, 12 years old. I think 12 or 13 was around my age when he passed, but, I just remember the way the way he carried himself and the stories I was always told, um, and just the way that the town reacted when he passed. Uh, I'm not sure if this is a tradition for firefighters all around, but since he was the fire chief, when he passed, um, you have your typical funeral procession and everything, and ours went around our town square, and before the loop around the square, they have these. They had the two ladder trucks across the main road of our town. They had their both ladders on either side of the road with this huge American flag, um, and it just the funeral procession drove underneath that, and he was obviously he's still someone famous to me, but um, I think I think to a lot of people around here at the time, especially in the firefighter community, he was he was a man of great. I'm not sure I'm going to use the correct terminology here, but great respect. Um, and the second man I know, um, he's actually not related anymore, but he was my great uncle. They've since divorced, but I still consider the man family, and he's famous to me as well. Um, he actually took over for my great grandfather. He took the fire chief spot, and he's been in it ever since. Still to this day, he's the fire chief of the town. Um, we go fishing with him. Well, I say we. My late grandfather was especially close to this man, um, my great uncle. You know, he was especially close to him, and we would go fishing over summertime, and um, even though he still wasn't blood anymore, he had. He was always family, always will be family, will always be famous to me. I guess in that sense, um, he would take us up in the Ozark Mountains to his cabin that he's got, and we'd go fishing. Um, Just a awesome, awesome man. Um, and I guess in that sense, maybe I got a third person. You know, I think this kind of goes without saying, and maybe some of you will think it's silly, but and maybe it's just because you know, I lost him earlier in the year, but my grandfather was someone famous. You know, it's those people that really affect your life, um, in great ways. Um, you know, I told my great uncle, even though, you know, like I said before, he hasn't been family for years. Him and my great aunt, they got a divorce umpteen years ago. Um, Never changed any of it, and that goes for the whole family. You know, everybody treats him the same way, and you know, I told him at my grandfather's funeral that I said, you know, I said to me, and and I'm sure this goes for the rest of the family, that you will always be family, you know, and that almost I kind of seen it, but it almost brought him to tears. Um, you know, maybe this is off track from Piper McGee's request, but I guess these are some famous people in my life. Um, I guess I've never really had a chance to meet anyone actually famous. You know, I've gotten some autographs and things like that, but it was uh, never personal. You know, nothing like that. Um, that's packed a little tight. Anyway, my apologies, Piper McGee, if this if I got a little off track from where you're what you running from our responses, but it's heartfelt from me to you. Congrats on the 555 subs. That's awesome. And let me tell you something, dude. This prize you're giving away, my God, that's just awesome. A J. Cackert pipe is that's an awesome pipe, uh, and I know you really pride yourself on wanting to purchase directly from Jake himself, and I'm sure maybe you had to put in a little effort to get this gift to give away for your contest, and as I'm sure everybody else will be in their video response. Very much appreciated, even for the chance to just win that. Um, so yeah, man, just keep doing what you're doing. Congrats on the subs. Um, yeah, take her easy.